Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Shamsa Javeen. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we will discuss Cambridge IGCSE Paper 4 Theory Extended May June 2025 and the code is 062541 variant 1 we are doing. In this video we will solve question number 3. Let's read the question. 3.1 shows a side view of part of a concrete track at the skateboard park. So basically we have the figure with the 3 points A, B and C. The skateboarder is initially at rest at point A, right? At this point, this is the starting point, right? And the skateboarder then travel through point B from point A to point B and comes back to the rest at point C, right? So this is the whole journey from A to B and B to C. Okay, let's read the question, what they want from us. Describe the transfer of energy as a skateboarder travels from point A to B to C along the concrete track, right? So basically you can see, I will also explain you in this video in the question in my videos about the mark schemes, right? So it's a 2 marks question, means that you give the 2 solid answers, right? 2 main code words. So at point A to B and B to C, we know that if our object is at some height, so it must have some potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and we know that it is, and at the central point we have a maximum velocity, so it means we have a kinetic energy here. Kinetic energy is due to motion and potential energy is due to position. Just recapping the knowledge, right? So it means at point A we have a potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and point B we have a kinetic, and point C again it is at some height, so again it is a potential energy, right? So how we will give the answer? We will give them the from A to B. We have points A, B and C, right? So first answer must be, first answer for the first mark 1 point is that we have a gravitational potential energy, right? And gravitational potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, and again kinetic energy is converted into, at point C it is gravitational potential energy, right? And if I talk about the energy that is stored in kinetic energy or in the potential energy, it must be, when we have a gravitational potential energy, which energy is stored in it? Internal energy, right? So in this case we have an internal energy. Then at kinetic energy it will be thermal energy. Thermal kinetic energy means we have a heat energy, and potential energy again it's mean a internal energy is stored in it, right? Well, now read the question number 2, part B. B is at a ground level, right? They are saying this, if this point is our ground level, B is ground, and C is at some height 2.8, right? So I can write that, you can write it with H or D, whatever you want to write. It is 2.8 meters. The mass of the skate driver is M is given, that is 65 kg. And calculate the work done. We need to find out the work done on the skateboarder as she travels from B to C. Okay, So from B to C, work done is equals to, we know the formula of work done is equals to force multiplied by the distance traveled, right? Here, which force is, we have a gravitational potential energy at this point, so it means the force will be weight WD, and it is mgd, right? Weight equals to mass into gravity. Just substitute the values, everyone. Start doing it on your calculator and tell me the answer, and after some time we will match our answers, right? So put the values. What are the values of the, I am giving you some time, everyone. Put the values of mass, height, that is the displacement. This is the same thing, h and d. We can also write it d. And the g is the gravity. Put the values and tell me the answer. So I am putting it 65 multiply by 9.8 and multiply by 2.8. Just multiply it, tell me the answer. You will get the answer 1783.6 joules. And if you guys want to round off the nearest 100, it will give you almost 1800 joules. Joules or joules, whatever you want, right? We are rounding it off and it will become 1800 joules. So this is the answer for first part. Now we will read the question number, its second part, and what it says: the skateboarder falls off the skateboard at, wait, I think I should read this, at B. Yes, at B. She hits the track and comes to rest after a few milliseconds. Right? Means it takes some time and then come to rest. State the equation that defines the force. Okay. Now we have to find. Now we have to make the equation to explain this whole motion. So what are the code words? Again, we will find out the code words from the question. We have to find the relationship for the force which the skateboarder hits, that when the skateboarder hits the track. State the meaning of any symbol you use, right? So we need to find out, the equation for this whole motion. Okay, so we know that the forces, what are the forces here? In this one you can use the formula for the motion. Generally we know that F equals to ma, but that one is not used here. That force is not used here because they don't give you any explanation about the acceleration one, right? But we can discuss about the time, right? After few milliseconds, it gives you the hint that we give the answer in time, and also the force time relationship. So you have to think about what is the relationship of force and time. So we know that the force equals to change in momentum multiplied by time. Multiply by time taken, right? So we can also write it as F is equals to delta P not multiply by, divided by, sorry, and no one explained me. Change in momentum equals to force multiplied by the distance time. So here, wait, I think I should erase it and again write it. Force equals to change in momentum divided by time taken, right? So in the form of a symbol, we can write F equals to delta P divided by delta T. Sorry. Okay. So students, this is the answer for these two, for 2 marks, right? We give the whole symbol and their meanings, right? Both of them. I hope this question is clear. If you guys have any confusion and doubts, you can comment me or you can WhatsApp me on this number. Right? Well, okay. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.